30%. Alright. 30%. Okay, the live chat is on, so I'm guess I am on for tonight. Or like 30%. Let's see, where am I now? Yeah, man, I want this thing to get all the way started so I can react to the new Bill and Ted trailer. Oh, come on, 60%. Oh, there we go. Yo, good evening, everybody. First and foremost, I'm going to react to the new Bill and Ted trailer. I actually met Keanu Reeves in person one time at a Starbucks in Hollywood, and I told him my favorite movie of his was Bill and Ted, and he had a slight chuckle like, Bill and Ted? Yeah, man, like I said, man, it was just a funny movie, man. Like, most cats expect like The Matrix or Drive to be. I mean, damn, what's that Bus Driver movie? Yeah, that Bus Driver movie, Speed. Yeah, the Speed movie would be their favorite Keanu Reeves movie, but nah, my favorite is the Bill and Ted movie, and I'm about to watch this trailer right now.
Listen to wild stallions. Let's rock!
Bill Winters. Oh yeah, Alex.
When your wife suggested couples therapy, do you think that this is what they had in mind?
Definitely. I mean, we're a couple of couples, right?
Bill, Ted, enough of the delusions. You didn't time travel, and you didn't go to heaven and hell. Here's a real idea for you. Be role models to your daughters. Get real jobs.
Oh yeah, they did have kids in the last movie.
Bill, we've spent our whole life trying to unite the world. And I'm tired, dude.
Ted, we have a destiny to fulfill.
They still got that surfer dude accent.
Greetings, my excellent friends. We have a problem.
That's Sarah Silverman. Oh,
Step
Lord,
forward. A song created by Preston Logan. Performed tonight will save reality as we know it.
Oh. You better write that song now. Or why can't we just go to the future when we have written it?
And take it from ourselves.
Except, won't that be stealing?
Cheers!
What's up, CSK, man?
That's stealing. If we're stealing it from ourselves, dude.
Dude, our dads
No,
are
this ain't
totally
going
in trouble. We should help them out.
Yeah, they're going on adventures all through time and stuff.
No way!
How's it going, Bill and Ted?
We're putting together a most extraordinary band.
Oh, now their daughters go to the
Do you want
past
to be in our
too.
band?
Oh, this is ja fantastisch.
We're gonna go talk to Death. Is he playing hopscotch?
I gotta say, those two ain't aged too badly,
Hey,
especially
Dad.
Keanu.
Life, listen to wild stallions.
Let's rock! Be excellent to each other.
Party on, dudes.
Oh man, they still got the body language. Hilarious.
How you doing?
Well, you know, dead and we're in hell.
Is that that girl from
how you
Atypical? Oh, that is that girl from Atypical. Gotta say, nice trailer. And I see Orion Pictures is involved with it, who was like a really big filmmaker back in the 80s. But this is another example of Hollywood being scared or being out of original ideas, so they got to go back to an idea from 30 years ago. Damn, it's 30 years ago. Holy fuck, my age is starting to show up. Yeah, man. I mean, as a guy who lives around Hollywood and knows the industry a bit, the thing is, like, the industry is really scared of coming out with like new ideas. You know what I'm saying? Because you really haven't seen any like fresh movie, like, you know what I'm saying, like fresh movie series that's not comic books. It's not comic book related in like the last 10 or so years. I mean, the last fresh movie that I can think of that was really major was Avatar. Like Avatar, that wasn't based on a book, wasn't based off an old TV show, wasn't based off a comic book. It was Avatar. Yeah. It was Avatar. I don't know what Avatar is based. Yeah, Avatar is based off of James Cameron's mind, and pretty much like the only directors that got leeway to basically do the stuff they want already got they already got the clout. You know what I'm saying? Like a Quentin Tarantino. You know what I'm saying? Like Quentin Tarantino basically just makes his own. I mean, that's basically it. There's no real like directors. There's no real like creative edge in Hollywood right now because everybody is. I mean, because the thing is like the Hollywood industry is going to where the money is, and where the money is like comic book movies, like sequels, and they're scared like making the original film would not make as much money as a comic book movie. So you know what I'm saying? Like risk reward. Yeah, I mean, Hollywood's not really want to take risks. That, and despite that, we got a whole new generation of people who are, let's say, selectively outraged at everything. They're always outraged at everything, but like performatively outraged just to bring themselves social media clout. You know what I'm saying? Or basically to drag everything down to their shitty level. That's basically what this SJW movement is. And seeing this movie, you don't see too many woke symbolisms in Bill and Ted. It's like the good old like 1980s, whoa, gnarly, excellent, basically counterculture. But the funny thing is, like, just looking into that, the way these cats are dressed are not too dissimilar to how a lot of middle-aged men in California dress and act. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about Gen X, like middle-aged folks, they're a lot more casual than like the generations before them. I mean, because generations before them were a lot more formal, a lot more adult-like, and then after like baby boomers got to a certain age, everything just started getting like a lot more casual. I mean, because Keanu, I mean that's basically his hairstyle. Like if you've seen his latest movies, he basically still got the long dude hair. And that wasn't, and I mean the long dude hair was basically a sign he was a rebel back 30 years ago. I mean, I remember 30 years ago it was pretty much like the Christian moral majority had the control back then, and now we got a new moral majority wannabe authorities and woke left who act extremely similar to the Christian right. And the thing is, like, just to bring this up, bring the segue to this, into A&E getting rid of Live PD because the woke left doesn't want a positive description of cops. Like, to expand my point further, they're also going after, the woke left is also going after Paw Patrol too. And I gotta tell you, that's gonna really, really get my nephews really pissed off because they are huge fans of Paw Patrol. And as you see, like, let's look at this woke article from Vulture, which is New York bubble. This is probably let's see what the writer looks like. Brian Platzer. I got a feeling Brian Platzer looks like your stereotypical Brooklyn hipster. Let's see. Yep. He looks like your stereotypical Brooklyn hipster. As you can tell, you don't really see a lot of masculinity out of this guy. I mean, look at this guy, man. This guy's diet looks like it's full of soy. I mean, you can automatically tell by the title of this article, it's going to be very negative. And as you see, the guy isn't really, as you say, the guy has a feel like he's a beta male. This is beta male energy. I mean, I just felt the beta male energy when I saw, like, this guy calling Paw Patrol contemptible trash. When it's just a kid's show about fictional dogs being police. And this guy is basically this guy is basically an activist cosplaying as a journalist, basically trying to pressure corporate the media to cancel Paw Patrol. Like as you see, like he's proposing this story as a reminder, despite what the Vice Secretary said, Paw Patrol is not canceled. And he's talking about like his wife to shield his sons for as long as possible. But it's not the logic that dogs cannot. It's a fucking cartoon. It's a cartoon, dude. It's fictional. I mean, I swear, like folks like him just can't stand fiction. I mean, it's fake. I mean, it's a fake world. What's the big deal about having police dogs? Seriously, it's like these folks don't want the police to be seen in a positive light. They say like it's monstrous, and then they're calling. And then this clown is saying Thomas and Friends is openly fascistic. This guy is a loser. This guy is one of those critical race theory, liberal arts major losers. I mean, just look at this guy. Trauma and growth. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, this dude is probably one of the 1% in America, and dudes like him basically want to control the culture. This is basically an article from a person who wants to control what people wants to see. Because Paw Patrol is not supposed to be educational. It's supposed to be escapism. It's a show meant to escape. Seriously, this is ridiculous. I mean, look at this one thing. The main cast is 1,000 boy dogs, girl dogs. Earns the money don't count. I mean, this guy is bitching about like how there's only one female. This is just crybaby shit. I wonder if anybody co-signing this dude's garbage. Let's see. I mean, this is just purely whiny Brooklyn hipster garbage, man. Seriously. You can tell the guy's a Brooklyn hipster, and then his last name says a lot too, but I'm not really going to go there. This article, look at this. This article is apparently written by a man that didn't have fiber in his diet. He's talking about the dude's diet. He can see he's a soy boy. This guy can see he's a soy boy too. It's someone with intense constipation. It's a children's show. Exactly. It's designed to entertain preschool kids. Like when I was a kid, we had dumb entertainment called DuckTales. We had Darkwing Duck, who was a duck that was a detective. I didn't take it seriously. I thought it was cool, man. Like a freaking duck son fighting crime. It's fantasy. It's total fantasy. Love this article. We all tear 5-year-old boy flying line theme song. This girl helps kids develop their problem solving skills, man. You're not even smart. Keep son, even Nick Jr. You're not even smart. I'm glad he never saw Lassie. Oh Christ, get a life. This guy's looking for something to do with their shitty life. I feel like they're just looking for attention. Thomas, it's all about being useful. What? I had to prevent one. Thomas the friend. Come on, Thomas and Friends for shit. This dude's a loser. This dude is a loser who's looking to get himself some clout as a guy that tells folks what to see and what not to see. Folks like him can fuck off, seriously. But yeah, basically, here's why you don't want to listen to woke clowns like Brian Platzer, because once you go woke, they're just saying like the trope applies. Once you go woke, you go broke, and look what happened with A&E. As they canceled Live PD to appease the anti-police crowd, like Brian, where the fuck boy's name is, but yeah. As you see, their viewership dive bombed after dropping the popular cop-based TV show Live PD. Through the woke move decimated its primetime audience, the channel insists temporary. Some 6 weeks after A&E sold the show, which followed all new police officers patrolling their time, the network's primetime viewership tanked 49%. Yeah, their more popular shows are crime related, especially ones where they're in jail. Yeah, it's their most popular shows. First they came for Cops, Live PD, basically. Basically getting rid of Live PD was a dumb move anyways in wake of the George Floyd murder. Because the thing is, like, this is basically an overcorrection by the media. Yeah, by studios, basically scared of mainly white activists. It's mainly like white progressives that are pushing to cancel these types of shows. Because black people love them some police shows. Let me get you started. Don't get me started. It started spawning a number of spin-off shows. All of them were scraps. Yep, and they made 85% of A&E's programming. And it hasn't gone on well. Yep. Basically, the silent majority spoke, and A&E lost big time. But look at it. I mean, talking about Paw Patrol was next on the chopping block, being pushed by that soy boy loser, that socialist justice warrior. Oh man, the weed is messing up my brain. But yeah. Moving on from that, I'm gonna talk about Alyssa Milano's tone-deaf tweet saying she's voted for Biden because he has experience to lead on day one. I mean, he's been in office for 50 years? He is empathetic. Not really. Like, the guy wrote a bill that he wrote a bill that led to mass incarceration of a lot of black and Latino men in the 1990s, hasn't apologized for it at all, and still supports it. He knows how to rebuild a broken economy. He was the VP for Obama for 8 years, and the economy didn't really do so well under their watch. And he has strong ties. This whole tweet was off. But look at her showing this is Trump's America, when in reality this is in a Democratic controlled area. Democratic mayor, Democratic governor. So yeah, this is a Democratic problem, not a Republican problem, because when Antifa took this crap to Tulsa, they got locked up really fast. And you're not going to see Antifa pull this crap in Texas because Texans don't play, and Antifa knows they're going to get smoked. So basically, they go to places where people permit this activity, like in Portland in their cuck mayor, Ted Wheeler, who panders to him. But yeah, let's see this. Basically, she didn't get the point. Like, these federal officers dressed up in military uniforms, which I'm not for, but you can tell the reason why they're dressed up like that, because Antifa tends to throw a lot of weapons and all that. So you can see why they're ready for riot violence. And what they're doing really is riot violence, basically draining the resources of the local, the local and federal, the local police department, where the mayor is the commissioner. And as you see, an Antifa mirror through a flashbang. I gotta tell you, Alyssa Milano is one of the biggest hypocrites on social media, especially when she did a whole flip. She flipped the script totally on Me Too after her guy got caught out by Tara Reid, and went on complete smear articles against Tara Reid, and hasn't apologized for it. She doesn't. Yeah. Oh, they're talking about Trump. He is a sexual assault. Deep blue sea. You're a special. Yeah, she is a special kind of stupid. Joe offers faith. This is some nonsense. Pedophile. Notice how they don't respond when they show up. It's pretty clear this guy is paid, or he's scared to admit it's a problem. Yeah, this was a dumb, tone-deaf tweet, which basically highlights mostly a Democrat blue city problem, not a fully American problem. Because I was in Texas a month ago, and it was normal. It was perfectly normal. I mean, it was a pandemic, but everybody was like, I mean, the restaurants were open. It felt a lot freer than California, actually. And the thing is, like, folks like Elon Musk, who's trending on Twitter right now, and Joe Rogan is moving to Texas because they see it's a lot more freer than California, and the fact that California is overcrowded. But yeah, let's talk about Michael Tracey. Oh boy, Michael Tracey really got into it in Portland, where Antifa took the guy's phone. Let's go to Michael Tracey. Yeah, Michael Tracey is basically like a Tim Pool type of liberal. Basically, he's one of those old school anti-Iraq war left in the early 2000s, which basically got pushed out the mainstream during the Obama administration. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of former anti-woke folks became full-blown Obama supporters when he started doing the same thing in like Libya and Syria. And I mean, that moment in Libya was when I turned against Obama. Then I realized, like, he's just the same shit in a different toilet. He's just like Bush. And Michael Tracey sees it the exact same way I do. Like, basically, we were folks that used to have the left position on things, but that got totally changed. Basically, we didn't leave the left left us. Michael Tracey, reread the free challenge. And basically, the left is heated over Michael Tracey right now because he's actually exposing what Antifa doesn't want exposed. So let's see Michael Tracey getting his phone snatched. I'm trying to find a video. As you see, like Antifa, this guy is saying Michael Tracey is the new Andy No. Did you get brain damage too? Look at these. I mean, they're basically taunting him. Made to say black. Let's see this video. Michael Cedar destroys. Michael Cedar's a joke. But yeah, let's see Michael Tracey's phone being snatched by Antifa.
Hey, man, give me off your fucking bill. Can you turn that off, please? No.
They're telling him not to record. He said no.
No, not with the police. No.
And the thing is, like, Michael Tracey is actually like closer to their side than on the right, man.
I'm a fucking pussy for filming? Fuck you.
Look at him talking shit.
What's that?
He's a brave dude talking shit to like a gang of masked thugs. No. These cats are thugs, to be real with you.
Well, you should calm down on that shit.
What do you mean calm down?
You shouldn't film people like that.
Why not?
I mean, it doesn't happen. It's super easy to get the blur's faces.
It's a public event, so I'm just filming.
Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
Oh, that's a cold word.
Black Lives Matter.
Okay, I agree.
Say it to me.
Black Lives Matter.
I don't fucking believe
Oh, he
it.
basically punked him to say Black Lives Matter. Oh, basically he punked to see if he's down with the cause.
Okay, I apologize. I'll delete it. No, I'll delete it. Get the fuck out of here. I'll get out of here. Let me see you back out here. I'm gonna fucking stomp you out.
I will back out.
Fuck out. Get the fuck out of here.
All right, I'm leaving. I'm
Oh
leaving.
boy, look at this dude. I mean, these dudes are exactly what they say they aren't.
I'm leaving.
They call themselves anti-fascists, but if you see from this behavior, they're acting like fascists.
Bad decision, bro.
I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here.
Using force to silence dissent. That's what fascists do. Fascists use force to silence dissent. They love to call the right fascists, but the thing is, these cats are actually acting like fascists. Yeah, they're using doublespeak.
All right.
Fuck out of here, right? Fuck it now. It's us against you, you fucking cracker ass bastard.
I'm going.
Oh, look at these dudes calling them a cracker, even though it's all white people. What's the range?
You want black folks to kick you out of the field? You want black out of here? You want black folks to kick you
This is hilarious.
I'm going.
Now they're chasing them. Look how fast Michael Tracey's running. His neck beard. Look at that neck beard run. That dude, yeah, he put himself in a position of talking shit. But he does have a right to film because this is America, and you do have a right to film whatever in America. They don't have the right to take his phone.
Don't know if you caught that, but the
See, the thing is, cats like Antifa don't really care about the Constitution, don't care about free speech, don't really care about anything but their own agenda, which is basically basically transforming the U.S. into a communist nation. That's why you can't really take anything. I mean, that's why I don't really take anything they say seriously, because what they're trying to do is control the narrative, and what Michael Tracey did was expose a side of Antifa they don't want to see, as you see here. The thought of Michael Tracey being forced to yell Black Lives Matter so he can get his phone back, put a smile on my face. Yeah, and they say they're the empathetic ones. I don't know, I survived this. I was literally murdered. Yeah, folks on the left are going hard after Michael Tracey. Really compelling footage of Michael poor people's skills. Correct. They're not activists. They're thugs. They're agitators. This is me being contrarian, staying outside, having the balls is poor people's skills. No, man, poor people's skills. It's a it's a hostile crowd of clear message. A reporter there asking tough questions. Protesting one poor people's skills. No, fearless reporter. But yeah, I mean, I like Michael Tracey. He is very similar to Tim Pool. But if you pay attention to Tim Pool, he does grifts to the right a lot. He never pushes back on the GOP or on the right wing, where Michael Tracey does push back on the right wing. And now folks on the left saying Michael Tracey has no credibility left. So now basically one of the few that had Michael Tracey's back is Glenn Greenwald. One of my favorite journalists, and was a very important he's a very important anti-Obama voice during the Obama years. Like, he's the guy that exposed the Snowden files. Glenn Greenwald's really dealing with real fascism in Brazil. As you see here, the guy, I don't agree with everything he says because he is a left-wing guy. He's a hardcore social democrat. But the guy is he's a free speech absolutist because he knows once you silence speech against people we disagree with, the precedent will be used whenever the side against them wins an election, and they'll use that to silence him. As you see what's happening in Brazil, where the Bolsonaro government wants Glenn Greenwald arrested for revealing the truth about him. He's been handing over footage to Fed. I didn't know this. We have lots of journalists that hands these groups for years, but he suggests you should do more obedience to differential. He is so snarky, man. If he doesn't want to get beaten up. Reasonable. Or Public Street don't have a right to physically attack and threaten journalists. Yep. I can't believe this is even discussion. They had their faces covered. This is nothing to do after fascism. Oh, even Glenn Greenwald's calling Antifa out like, man, this shit ain't got nothing to do with anti-fascism. That's why as liberals to start a revolution. Liberals despise us. Your wannabe tyranny against your political adversaries, street violence against journalists, no less primitive, pathetic. Oh, damn! Damn, Glenn Greenwald put Antifa on blast, calling them fascists. This is a complete lack of accounting. It's not a murder. Murder's wearing blue clothes. Oh man, look at these dudes, man. Look at Glenn putting these clowns on blast. Oh man, this is the doom path. I don't formulate my view. See, he has principles. He's one of the more principled leftists you'll ever see. Him and Kyle Kalinske. Those two are my favorite voices on the left because they're generally consistent in principle, especially on the issue of free speech, man. If you're down with free speech for all, then I'm down with you, and I'm down with Glenn Greenwald and Michael Tracey, Matt Taibbi, and Kyle Kalinske because they're heavily influenced by Noam Chomsky. And as you see, Michael Tracey is going hard against Antifa on his Twitter feed, putting targets on people. What is it? Oh, this is funny. See, these cats. I mean, these cats can't argue. They basically just repeat the slogans. They just repeat the talking points, and then when you show information, then they'll try to spin it like, oh well, oh, you're a bootlicker, you fast. I mean, they'll just label you. I mean, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to label you to discredit your argument. That's all they're trying to do when they call you a fascist. They're trying to discredit you and label you the other, like, oh, you're not our side, oh, you're the other side. See, the thing is, like, Michael Tracey is closer to what their agenda is than someone like Ben Shapiro. But the thing is, like, these folks don't really have any nuance. They can't see nuance. Everything is black and white to their minds. So anything that doesn't agree with their Stalinist or their fascistic tactics is basically called fash. Of course, he blocked. Oh, let's see this Twitter. As you see, like, cats like this are doing this basically to in-group signal to their friends like they're down with the cause. Like you see, like this white girl right here. He was flagrantly filming people's faces. He was peeling gas to stop, protecting ourselves from provocateurs. Look at them. See, they're trying to act like they're the victim. Protecting ourselves. You guys are the ones starting the violence. Real journalists, including you, understand security culture. Why are you doing this? I think Michael Tracey is a real journalist. I mean, he used to work for the Young Turks for a while, but him being so contrarian got him, especially on Russiagate, got him to boot. But I mean, I don't agree with Michael Tracey all the way because he really did dox Neon Taster over his uncle, which was a fucked up move. It was a real fucked up move. But even this guy, oh yeah, talking about Live PD. Exactly, they're driven by. I mean, he does have in the middle really good anti-SJW takes, but I mean, I don't really agree with his foreign policy views. He's kind of like on the neo side of the right, the neocon side of the right. Yeah, but yeah. Oh, fuck off. Oh yeah, let me see his Michael Tracey tweet. A parody writer couldn't gum off. Look at him. He's taking Michael Tracey's. I mean, he's defending Michael Tracey. This guy's principal, man. He's defending Michael Tracey, who personally went after this guy just off of principle. A parody writer couldn't come up with a better tweet. I mean, these are the guys you really need to follow on social media. The guys are like just really consistent in principle, no matter how much they dislike the person. All right. Let me just go to Neon Taster Michael Tracey, make it easier. But yeah, I really recommend you guys to check out Michael Tracey because he's a guy who call out like all sides. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for people like that, man. Oh man, live footage. Cancel Michael Tracey, got it. As you see here, cat reminder, yeah. As he said, he has a legitimate personal problem with Michael Tracey that goes beyond politics and Twitter shit. But anybody justify laying a hand on that dude especially when film something for coverage. Really needs to get their see. He's defending Michael Tracey from Antifa attacking him. And this guy basically will be treated like the new Andy No. Like the guy is going to have a target on his back now, and he basically doesn't give a crap. As you see from his responses. The debate recording, man. If you deny put Andy No, you're being dishonest. See? Left wing folks, yep. He's gonna get that milk. Yeah, he's gonna get that milkshake soon. Cause basically, they're trying to make the guy into. They're probably just trying to discredit him and label him as a snitch, so they can justify their violence against him. This is all they're doing. They're just justifying violence. He's even more adult bait than Andy No. I love the likes of Andy No. Perfect with the kids ignoring Narc. See, they don't like having things they don't see. They don't like. Antifa doesn't like people expose what they're really doing. Antifa likes to have this narrative like they're anti-fascist, fighting against systemic oppression. In reality, they're just riotous thugs who's just out destroying things because they like destroying things. And if you see from Seattle Chaz, they don't really give a shit about black lives because 5 black folks got shot, 2 got killed, and 1 got killed a lot heinously than any police brutality I've ever seen. The guy laughed it off too. It was disgusting, but